Hi guys, it's Scarlet again. I have another video that I wanted to record real quick. I'm kind of got some free time, so I figured I would use it as much as possible to catch up on some things that I wanted to discuss with the community while I can. So, I just recorded a very intense video a few seconds ago about domestic abuse and that sort of thing, and feeling a little bit frazzled about that. I was trying to make the video without getting too emotional and whatnot. So, as you know, the Corset Authority has been around for quite some time now, and we're getting rather large. In my brief absence, we've gotten quite a bit of followers, so I just want to briefly run through a few things with you guys, get everybody acquainted and up to date and up to speed and whatnot. Okay, so I am Scarlet. I am the creator of the Corset Authority. I've been wearing corsets for about 7 years now, waist training for about 3.5. I'm currently wearing 15-inch corsets. I have one on right now. Yay! It's laced a little bit loose as I'm just lounging around. I made this blog about 2 years ago. I think 2 years ago. With my best friend, Miss Miasma, who lives in Washington. I live in Hollywood, California. Miss Miasma, also known as Brandy, she has been wearing corsets just for like dress up, whereas I waist train. She just likes the way they look, and that sort of thing. She likes to wear them on the outside of her clothes more than stealthing. I interchange depending on the situation. I believe she wears 26-inch corsets now, which is a 10-inch reduction for her. And she kind of is in charge of making our layouts and anything of that nature, helping keep the blog organized and that sort of thing. A recent addition to the blog is Ash Wednesday. She is my other best friend, so the two of them are my besties. Anyway, she also lives in Southern California with me, and she has been wearing corsets roughly the same amount of time that I have. She wears custom 16 and off the rack usually about 18, fluctuating depending on, life and whatnot. She does waist training as well as performance art and dancing, so she wears a lot of corsets in her performances and that sort of thing. So yeah, between the three of us, we can kind of hopefully be of help to you guys. Ash and I are working on making corsets of our own, futzing around with patterning and methods and materials and that sort of thing. We also have been working with up-and-coming corset makers, doing like testing work and stuff like that, buying them at cost, helping with materials and feedback and that sort of thing. So I noticed there was a corset confession posted not too long ago about someone wanting to be a corset maker and not knowing where to start. One good way to start is making corsets at discounted rates, or making them at cost with people who are knowledgeable and familiar with corsets and that sort of thing. So Ash, Miss Miasma, and myself are all more than happy to assist with anybody wanting to make a few corsets in exchange for feedback, exposure, testing, and that sort of thing. So feel free to drop us a message in the ask box, and we can help out with that. And one of the really good things about our blog is we do represent a a range of sizes. Me being super petite, and Miss Miasma being on the plus size side of corsetry. So there's that. I also wanted to address, we get a lot of the same questions over and over again, which, I understand. There's some questions that are just, basic beginner, coming into the scene questions, but I feel like people don't really understand just how often we get those questions, because I may only publish it once every week, but in reality I'm privately answering the same question 100 times. And I just wanted to say, while yes, we do love to help people, I try really hard to give as much information as I can, or direct you in the source of that information where possible. It's just kind of like tedious, People want everything spoon-fed to them, which is frustrating. This is a body modification. You have to be dedicated. You have to want to try hard. And I'm speaking specifically for people who want to waist train. I understand that there are, people who simply wear corsets for dress up, and that's fine. That's completely valid. I am not undermining your decisions whatsoever. I'm just more familiar with waist training and that sort of thing, and so those are the questions I personally tend to try and answer more often. I leave the costuming, dress up, and that tight lacing type things to Miss Miasma where possible, because that's her area of expertise. So I'm just going to address waist training. People who ask, oh, I just bought a corset, how do I use it? I want to waist train. It's so hard to answer that question, because it's like, oh, you bought a corset, where from? What size? What style? You might have bought a corset completely ill-suited to your, body type, and now you've wasted money, and it's so heartbreaking to tell somebody, yeah, that corset you bought on eBay isn't going to help you, because, it wasn't a secondhand discounted corset from a reputable seller. It was one from, China with plastic bones, or whatever the case may be. So, it's really important, if you're going to take this, seriously, you really need to take it and do your research and try and find out as much information as possible before you go and spend money on it. It just doesn't make any sense to buy a product and then not know how to use it, or not have purchased the right one for your body type and then feel disenchanted with corsetry. The research is out there, the information is out there for you to go find. There's countless resources now, especially with waist training becoming such a popular thing. While yes, there are bad information, the fountain of good information is ever flowing. So I'm going to put a bunch of links in the description. I just want to briefly mention, obviously, the goddess of corsetry, Lucy. She is on YouTube as Lucy's Corsetry. Her website of the same name, and then on Tumblr as well. And I'm 90% sure if you just Google Lucy's Corsetry, those links should all come up, but I'll go ahead and include them in the description. She has a video for everything, and corresponding blog posts for those who are hearing impaired, or or just prefer to read things. She does have blogs, and she has a map of corset makers in different towns and what country they live in. And she has, guided galleries, just all this, fountain of information there that you can use. We have some links as well that can be useful, and they need to be updated, which I'm hoping to get to sometime this week or the next week. So you have the Tumblr URL, corsetauthority.tumblr.com, and then if you go ahead and do /brands, it's a list of brands that are known to be reputable. And then if you do /FAQ, frequently asked questions, /mods if you want to meet the mods, and then if you go /tagged, and then you can put in what you're looking for. So yeah, so if you put the Corset Authority, blah 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 blah, /tagged, corset story, you can read about why corset story sucks. This also works for other things that we might have talked about. You can do /tagged, /orchard plus corset, or /what plus Katie plus did. We try as much as we can to tag our posts so that you can go ahead and search that way for things that we've reblogged or commented on, or any discussion things that we've done. If you want to find pictures of just the mods, you can go to /tagged /TCA plus mods, or just our name, so Miss plus Miasma, or Ash plus Wednesday, or Scarlet, or I think just Ash will work as well. I have perfected the in a corset sneeze. So our blog is predominantly searchable. You can also do /tag /answers, and that should get questions that we've previously answered. And as soon as I have more regular access to a computer, I'll probably go through all of our posts in the past 2 years and evaluate them and make sure that they're all properly organized. But most of our links are available on our sidebar. We have corset outfits, both stealth and showing, mod page, brands that are good, brands to avoid, which I don't remember the link to that. I think it's /badbrands maybe? tumblr.com/badbrands. I'll have to double check, and I'll go ahead and put that in the description. Brands that under no circumstance are worth wearing, really, which is not a matter of conjecture, it's just a matter of shoddy workmanship, basically. So do your research. The links are out there. There is lots of resources for you to go and check out. So there's really no excuse not to, try it, or don't expect someone to answer each individual person with an essay of, beginner questions. That's just, yeah. So do your research, and we're here to guide you. And, there's some questions that may not have been answered in a general way because they're not necessarily frequently asked, or beginner questions, or whatever may have you. Things come up as you're wearing corsets, and, by all means, feel more than welcome to send them our way. We love answering questions, and, I'm not going to stop answering questions just because, I've answered them 100 times, or I consider them to be, novice or beginner. I'm going to still go ahead, but don't get offended if we just start giving you the links to what you're looking for, and then tell you to go ahead and go read up on it, because, there's only so many times you can type up the same information. So yeah, there's that. I'm not really sure what else to catch you guys all up on. I have some review videos that are coming up soon. Miss Miasma and I both got corsets from Corsetry and Romance, so while I'm up visiting her this week, I will probably do a recorded video. The two of us will be together, so that means if you guys have questions that you want us to answer, we can do a video. Unfortunately, Ash is out of town in Chicago, so she won't be coming with me to Washington to have all three of us do a video. But if I can figure out how to do like a screen grab thing, we can do a tiny chat or something like that when she gets back in town, or I don't really know. Yeah, so if you have questions you want to ask me or Miss Miasma, send them to us at thecorsetauthority.tumblr.com/ask, and we'll go ahead and add them all up into a video so you can get to know us and ask us whatever you want. Both her and I are pretty much open books, so feel free to get creative with those questions. They don't necessarily have to be corset related if you don't want them to be, so have fun with that. Our Anon is on, so if you want to go ahead and throw in some anonymous questions, go ahead. Let them rip. Obviously, if they get too cruel, we reserve the right not to answer them. But, you know, get creative, have fun with it. We want to interact with you guys. So, yeah. I think that about sums up what I was going to say in this video anyway. Hope it wasn't too boring and droll for you guys, and I will talk to you later.